And welcome to Australia, Victoria.
That's right.
My name is Mr. 2020.
And I'm Victoria.
And today we're going to do a really special show. It's called...
Your Manifesting Questions Answered Live.
That's right. Because...
We've got a Feel It Real Fun for you on the 28th of January 2022.
Let's do some sharing.
Doing some sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring.
I'm talking like you all the time now.
You're going to walk like me, talk like me.
Yeah, like I was on the show yesterday.
That was fun.
That's not me.
If you missed yesterday's show, you got to peek into the inside of my brain. And Victoria's secret side.
Go to freenevel.com.
221 email list. Pseudo random goodness.
Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
How do we see, like, Tony Doyle's here? I just saw. Yo, Sizzle, can you hear me? Anyway, can you hear me? Herman. Yeah, we've left Herman off today. But
boiling.
It's because you're leaving Australia. Just add water. Anyway, Lisa Rock.
It's really humid.
Karen, look at these Triple D kids here. I love you guys. Boom.
This
boom,
isn't sweat,
boom.
by the way. This is washed hair. Just so I don't look too disgusting.
Tony Doyle, check your messenger. I'll be sending you something, but not yet.
Not yet.
Carolyn, loud and clear. Excellent. We are really working on sound solutions here. Andrew Villanueva.
And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
Because today we're going to do a very special, exciting episode of Your Manifesting Questions Answered Live. By the way, the vehicle's coming home today, Sizzle, because it sucks. Tony Doyle, audio and video is great. That's right. So I ran, and I've been exploring the patterns of Tony Doyle. And among other things, Tony's like a wak music guy, right?
Is he?
Yeah, he's into like sound and shit.
All right.
So it's like so then I just started noticing my own sound and shit was driving me nuts. So
there you go.
Check out the last like 5 podcasts, by the way.
Okay.
Right, I got myself a 2-minute and 32-second solution.
Hello, Kadra, and I think I saw hello, Andrew. Yes. Okay.
Shall we dive in? Maya, Triple D, yo. I love these Triple D and remarkable kids.
So the first question is from Susanna. In Manifesting Mastery. Falling asleep when feeling it real.
I love this one.
Okay. Susanna says, quick question. When going into the state akin to sleep, morning, nap time, or night.
Somebody listens to me. I love this.
And I, fall asleep.
Me too.
I'll be going over my day, revising something specific, or imagining my wish fulfilled, and then boom, I wake up when the alarm rings. Not even sure when exactly I've fallen asleep. Any tips on how I can actually finish my session without passing out? It's the alcohol, Susanna.
It's the alcohol.
No. Yes.
So here's what's really cool, right? Let's assume you're tired and you're falling asleep. Good on you, right? Now, we've got a couple ways to approach this. So number one, you could do it so we've got three ways you can do this without falling asleep. One, while standing up.
Yes.
Right? Or sitting up, right? 2, while driving. 3, while driving with a scalding hot cup of coffee being held right in front of your chest, right? So that if you fall asleep, shit happens, right? But here's the big thing. Neville did talk a lot about doing it while sitting. I find doing it while standing is really, really useful, which also leads to you being able to do it anytime, anywhere, just by a simple little slow down. The other thing, which is really cool, is let's start imagining that when you fall asleep, you're falling asleep in the state of your wish fulfilled. I'm falling asleep in Triple D. We talk about this. Falling asleep, looking forward to anticipation, dopamining. Tomorrow. I can't wait till tomorrow.
But don't get confused. It's the wish fulfilled. It's not the wish. So the anticipation, the dopamine, all of that sort of stuff, it's around the wish fulfilled, not the wish.
If I were a successful business guy, I'd be looking forward to tomorrow in my business. And if I was a successful business guy with a woman by my side, I'd be looking for tomorrow with a woman by my side.
And if I was looking forward to picking up my brand new car at 11 o'clock straight after the show.
By the way, what implies that she has her new Bimmer?
Yeah.
Right, picking it up from the mechanic and him giving
the roadworthy,
the clean bill of health, right? Yeah. So even though, so what would imagine? I got the car at the price I wanted, all that good shit, blah, 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 that everybody wants for that.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
So So we approached it a couple different ways. Notice how it weaves into the next questions. And Susanna.
Is that a real name? I mean, is that the name she is in Susanna?
Susanna.
That's nice.
Like,
Okay. Thank you, Susanna, for your question.
that's right. Boomio. Oh, look at Uma. She tagged everyone. She tagged all
Oh,
the
good
cool
on
kids.
ya. Hello,
She
Alessandra.
tagged, look at that. She tagged all the cool kids and one other one.
And one other one.
One other one.
Okay. The next question's from Dream Driven Day Jess. Revising the past of all experiences.
Now, she chunked down a little bit here, but there are these 3 words that just make me giggle. They always make me giggle. They never make me smile.
Yes. And Jess asks,
Every time.
how does one revise the past of all the experiences of the state of hypochondriac?
Hypochondriac.
So if you're a hypochondriac, it's fearful, is it?
What?
What's hypochondriac? Isn't that fearful?
No, the one thing you want to do when you have a hypochondriac
Or worrying?
is give them a lifetime subscription to WebMD. Like every time they fire up a browser, have WebMD and a couple of their medical sites show up, because they can go, oh, my eyes
about
are,
health, is it?
yeah, my eyes,
Oh,
my
right.
eyes are a little bloodshot. Oh, I must be having strokes. Fuck.
Yeah. That's
I
like
just
my mum.
I just slurred a word. I must be having mitochondria meltdowns. You know.
I
what mean?
know. Because my mum actually, every single week, will have something else that she's concerned that she's got, like
Her
some
mom's a
medical
collector.
affliction.
Let's.
But of course, she'll go straight to the internet. She'll type in headaches. Oh my God, I've got a brain tumor. Or
But
something.
your mom's a collector.
She is a
Yeah,
collector.
she collects doctors.
She's a hoarder, actually.
She hoards so many. She's got the whole Melbourne Rolodex of doctors, and she finds one that'll agree with her, or
Yeah.
at least not disagree with her.
I
So
know.
it's 47 appointments later, I finally heard what I want to hear. Right? So you can just do that in imagination and be
Yeah.
done with it. But ready, Victoria?
Yes,
This
okay.
is so good. Revise yesterday. All my troubles seem so far away.
Or this morning.
Or this morning, right?
Yeah.
See, if it impacted yesterday, you revise yesterday and be done with it,
Most recent.
right?
Yes.
So the whole thing is you know what? I've been getting drunk and trashing cars and women, crashing cars and trashing women's for 40 years now, since I was 15. How do I revise all the trashy cars and crashy women's episodes? That's well, did it impact yesterday? Mm-hmm. Revise yesterday, right? So yesterday you could just imagine. You know what? If you never had a problem with alcohol and trashy women's and crashy cars, right?
Trashy women's and crashy cars.
See,
Yes.
yeah, this is how it happens on the inside. Just imagine this, right? Just boom, right?
Yes.
Just reimagine up yesterday. Reimagine up yesterday. There, Tabitha, Triple D and Remarkable, yo.
Hello, Tabitha.
That's right.
Why do I always call her Tabitha?
Well, some people call her Tabitha.
How would you really say it?
How would I
do you
call her
reckon?
name? I'd call her Tabitha.
Tabitha.
I'd say, Tabitha. Right?
Okay.
See, Alessandra just said it. Hi, Tabitha.
No, she said, hi, Tabitha.
How do you know?
Because I know. How do you know she said it that way?
Because I can hear it. I hear it my
You would
way.
hear it how Alessandra sings.
Yeah, that's right.
Tabitha.
Feliz Tabitha. Feliz Tabitha. See, now if I was Tabitha, Feliz Tabitha, I mean, you know what the inside of my brain is like? You know what?
Yes, I do.
Oh, yeah. I go to the loo and I hear...
And
Anyway.
there's Dr. Brian and Galaxy.
Oh, look
Hello.
at that, Dr. Brian. So,
Okay,
what was the
so that
question?
was for Diddy
Oh, yeah.
It's
Revise
revising the
yesterday.
past. You don't have to go back to the first time I remember and every single time after that.
By the way, you can nail the first time. You can nail the most recent time, right? That's always fun. But the thing is, what lets it become easy for you? Because if you're going to know, when people tell me, I'm imagining there's 3 words. There's not power in words, but words reveal perception. Always making $1 million a day. So the first day you make 999, you're going to have a meltdown, right?
999 $1,999.99.
I always, right? Every day I always make, and I never have any exceptions. Radio.
Yeah.
I plan for speed bumps. Yo, Jess.
We're answering your question, Jess.
Absolutely. I did a podcast that sounded wonderful today on speed bumps. So.
On speed bumps?
Yeah, I imagine speed bumps. You know, I had to call QB today. I pull into the fucking parking lot. You know?
He's not there.
No, he's there. He's parked and he's listening to his AM radio, right? And I turn to back into my parking space because I don't back out into traffic, right? So I turn to back up, and little Beasel's somewhere back there, and like he's sitting in the car staring. So I called him up and says, "Where the fuck is Beasel?" So he's like, "Beasel." I said, "Yeah, your dog." So
Remember him?
So he gets out and he calls him over so I don't, turn him into a speed bump. But anyway, more on that later. Let us continue.
Okay. All right. So that was for Dream Driven Day, Jess.
Oh, look at that. Tony
who's
Doyle.
just arrived. Thanks for your question.
Tagging and bagging.
The next question's for Keziah. Help.
Oh, Keziah may be an MM or something. I didn't look you up. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Right? So, we've got a few people that sound like you in, but I didn't bother to check and cross-check and recheck and see if you were one of them. So, Keziah, this is just the amazing Keziah.
The amazing Keziah asks, help. I manifested a great job.
I love problems like this.
So Keziah says, hi all. So a cool thing, I manifested this great job even within circumstances and no experience at it. I was hired because that job is what I wanted.
I did that with credit card processing, right? I don't have a degree in business, right? I'm not all that intelligent, maybe you've noticed, right? But and I know nothing about finance except the rule of 72. I don't understand how people don't understand the rule of 72. That terrifies me. But let us continue.
Now it's my second week at the job, fairly new. I kind of fall a bit behind my co-workers since everything is new to me. So how can I manifest to be a great employee? Because I want to keep this job.
All right. This is great. Because a lot of people don't imagine a great beginning and then they'll just crash a little bit. It's sort of like imagining like the pregnancy test. In our we got a little pack called howtomanifestababy.com, right? It's really cool because some people want to manifest babies. So and it's a good course for everyone as far as I'm concerned. But one of the key points
anything new is like a baby.
Anything new is like a baby,
yeah.
Right? So if you're imagining the pregnancy test, and then you got to imagine like taking it to term, then you have to imagine it coming out and having like 2 ears, 2 eyes,
2 legs,
10 of something else. And then you have to imagine, imagine it like actually like survives kindergarten like Mr. 20 barely did. Right, because of Mickey Patton, right? Yes, I love Mickey, but anyway, and then like getting beat up by Denise, what's her name, like for years, and all that stuff. On the other hand, if you just imagine Yo Bennett, Triple D, on the other hand, if you just simply imagined grandkids, right? Imagine your kid telling you that they're pregnant, right? Your unborn child, the one that you don't even have yet. Imagine what's it like to become a grandparent. That implies something, right? So this whole thing with the job, so I got hired to do the credit card processing thing. So I was part of the crew that brought out the chip cards, the smart cards, right? And the electronic gift cards. That was me, right? I had no qualifications to do any of this except one. The guy said you can make like 6 figures a year. And I'm like, I'm in, right? This will be fun. So I bought me a suit, bought me a nice long jacket, like I looked like Morpheus, right? Really, really cool. And so we did we did a week of training where we didn't get paid. Then we got kicked out into the street the next week. They'd give us leads and go out. So at the end of the first week of training, I hooked up with my buddy Perry to beat each other up. And he said, what have you been up to? I said, I just did a week of training with this company to sell credit card processing, merchant services, and electronic gift cards. And he's like, I'm thinking about getting a credit card machine. So we sat down and talked and ran his numbers, and I wrote him a contract, right? Took that into work Monday morning. And of course, the boss is going, the least qualified guy in the room brought in a full boat on his own after a week's worth of training, right? And so then it pretty much rolled up between like me and Chad Gay all the time between who was the best sales guy, because Chad was really good at it. He had a good, strong background in business and financing, and I was me. Right? And so I imagined all the time the boss just saying things like, look at this guy, he keeps fucking breaking sales records, right? I'm always the one or the two guy in the office, right? And that's what I imagined up. And granted, all the time he was telling me, like, you don't understand half what you're doing. I says, I know I don't, but I'm good at what I do, right? So I'd imagine just getting the compliments from your boss. You know, and even if the boss says, look, you know, look how great he's doing. I mean, he's the least qualified guy in the room, but he's doing the best work.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love oxymorons, paradox. Speaking of docs, we got Mark Dockery in the room, and Triple D Terry Morris. Oh, this is so cool.
And I thought I saw Anya sneak in the door.
I saw Anya sneak in.
Yeah.
She's got her
I
big
got
crystals.
on Anya.
I don't have mine on
No,
today.
you don't.
No, I don't. I like it though.
He does.
I do. So
Yes.
let's keep going from there, but stay tuned because this is a really good one. So don't imagine the beginning. Imagine something later. And imagine something fun, like seriously. I mean, you know, the crazy little drill instructor that ran the company. I just imagine him always complimenting me with a twist, because I like twists. So, Alessandra loves a pair of socks.
Loves a pair of socks.
Yeah, a pair of socks. I like a parasol as well.
And I saw Adelia. Hiya, Adelia.
Triple D Magi.
Okay. All right, cool. So that was for Keziah.
Keziah,
The amazing Keziah.
Keziah.
Thank you very much for your question. And good on you for manifesting this fantastic job.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah.
By the way,
that's
notice,
nice.
by the way, if this is a pattern that shows up anyplace else in your life. Like, do you imagine up a pizza and then like half of it getting cold? Or do you imagine up like a great date, then halfway through you find out you're actually dating two of them and they're twin sisters and it's going to cost you twice as much at the buffet or whatever? Just notice if you have any patterns there too to just...
Yeah.
Ashley's eating sushi.
Cool.
All right.
All right. The next question's from Debbie in Manifesting Mastery.
Debbie.
How do I get rid of doubt? And Debbie asks, seems like I doubt my wish can happen. How do you eliminate doubt?
I love that you put it that way. So here's what I notice. People that are in orbit tend to worry about things. Like the other day, the subject came up in conversation. If the sun blew up, would have 7 minutes. We wouldn't even know. And I find that to be the best one, right?
Yeah.
And so like some people, like when you get in orbit, that's what happens. Olive is here. Everybody, let's just stop. Q is here as well.
Oh, the big Q.
So Olive and Q are here. So they're sort of the same, except one is a Olive and Q.
Yeah, one as I do.
What were
yeah.
you thinking? Unbelievable.
I don't know.
Adelia's here too. Yo. So
Yes.
so here's the thing. I want you to notice if you're in orbit. If you're in orbit, it's easy to have doubt. On the other hand, Amazon.com.au told me that my little fuzzy thing that'll go over top of this. See, I don't want a big Herman right here. So I ordered like a fuzzy thing that goes over this, right? And I checked yesterday or the day before, and it said they'll be here like February 17th.
What, the fuzzy thing?
Yeah, the foam rubber thing that goes over
But we've
top.
got that fuzzy
No. I want to try something besides Herman.
Oh.
So I ordered 3
Herman
or
will
4
get
fuzzy
jealous.
things because we've got 3 or 4 of these Blue Yetis now, right?
Too.
Yeah, she doesn't like it. I don't mind. It's like having 4 tires on a car. Victoria, I don't know. We could just have one fucking tire and move it around a lot. I go, I don't want to carry the fucking tires all over the place. You know what I mean? We all got our
It's
issues.
not exactly the same, but anyway, yes.
Well, how many shovels you got?
Oh, well, actually, yeah, I've got about 4 or 5 of them.
All right.
That's
Now
true.
that we got that out of the way, right?
Okay.
This is my shovel.
All right.
All right. What was the question?
About eliminating
Oh, yeah, doubt.
Now, actually, what I just suddenly found fascinating is I'm wondering if there's a little bit of that sneaky trying to work out the house, how it will happen.
Always.
Yeah.
When
And
you're
then I
in
doubt
orbit,
it could
yeah,
actually happen that way.
and then
Yeah. It's so...
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Now you ready? I just checked. So I went onto the Amazon, like I said, I checked on this thing and it said February 17th or whatever.
Yes.
Right? But I looked, in the past 30 days, I've had 23 orders through Amazon.com.au.
Jesus.
Yeah.
No wonder I got so much packaging material.
Right? She's giving it
I'm
away.
I'm trying to find giving it away for free.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
23 things in 30 days. Now, the guy that basically said I'm not allowed to go shopping anymore has made Amazon.com.au a lot of money. Because I just stay home and buy shit. This is wonderful. Why go to the mall when I can just sit here and push a button?
The big Dan.
Yeah, and then they bring it to my door, right? Now, here's why I mention this. I never doubt that any specific thing's coming. I often don't have a clue how many different things are coming.
I often don't have a clue when the same thing comes twice.
Yeah, exactly.
Free.
Yeah, it's really wild because whenever you do my Joseph Goddard thing, more on that later, right? But here's the thing: I imagine 5 to 12, 6 to 10, half a dozen to a dozen specific events of today already having gone my way before I get out of bed. Whenever you start doing that, you don't have time to go, I'm going to doubt my wish will happen because I've got so many coming. It's like Victoria will say, do we have anything coming? Right? I love when she asks this. That is the dumbest question on the planet. I'm sorry. It's a dumb question,
today.
right? Right? And Victoria, yeah, no, ask it. So we're going to role play. Ready? Ask it.
Do we have any deliveries coming today?
No, see, she said today.
I know.
So, do we have anything coming? Always, right?
Yeah, because
So-
I've learned to now put today.
Yeah. So when we have always going on, there's no room for doubt. There's no room for how. There's no room for when. There's no room for who. I don't care who brings it. All I know is that there's a lot of shit coming. Right? Every day. Today we get a car. Oh, wow. Okay?
Yeah.
Boom. So, but more on this later. This is how you kill doubt. You don't give it any room. If you have one big wish, you've got a lot of room. See, the sun goes through the sky. I doubt it's going to come back. There are people that are like that. The sun comes up. Yay.
Didn't get blown up
I
7
don't
minutes
think
ago.
it's going to come back. Oh, there's the sun again. I don't think it's going to come back. Right? Anyway.
Yeah.
But if you have a lot of stars in the sky, you go, hey, look at the sun. Wow, look at all the stars. Hey, look at the sun. Wow, look at all the stars. Right? You're like Emmett, you just stare at them for hours. All right, but more on that later.
Okay, excellent. Now I just saw the big Q say, and Joseph Goddard can be used for anything.
Anything.
And
all the
that's
time.
fascinating what the next question is. But anyway,
That's
so
right.
that was for Debbie in Manifesting Mastery.
Debbie.
Thank you very much for your question. And the last question today is from Nathan on Facebook.
Nathan.
What is your Joseph Goddard method? And that's why I was surprised at how the big Q
The big Q.
said that. And Nathan asks, what is your Joseph Goddard method and why do you call it that?
All right, so every day after breakfast or so, Joseph Goddard, Neville's dad, would he recline in his Burbeast chair, manifested me up one of them.
He did.
Do it's outside.
Yeah.
So manifest me up one of them. But he'd go out and he'd just recline in the chair and he'd imagine specific events of the day already having gone his way. I want you to commit that to memory. Specific events of today already having gone my way. So here's what happens. Before I get out of bed, I know it's the Your Manifesting Questions Answered live show. Every Friday in Melbourne, Australia, Thursday in the US of A. Right? So I imagine having had great questions, having given great answers, and getting lots of goody feedback from you guys. And it all happens with a quick little right? Yep. How do I feel about the show? Right? Done. I also imagine up a couple other things, so imagine up a yummy lunch before I get out of bed. Again, are we going to have lunch today? Yes or no?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we are, right? So we're going to have lunch.
Always.
So I imagine lunch. I experienced what I would experience if I experienced her yum. Podcast. I do a podcast every day. So I imagine your emails. Hey, Mr. 20, Day 3, ManifestingMasterCourse.com. I subscribe because I'm tired of you saying, it's $97 for a 90-day program. Takes 15 minutes a day. I realize I've been living in an excuse-filled world. It's time for excellence. I imagine that kind of email. I get that kind of email every single day. You get it? I'm imagining events of today, specific events of today already having gone my way. Here's what I don't do with it, and this is the common mistake. I'm imagining winning the lottery. And my soulmate coming back.
Yeah.
Even though I haven't met her yet.
Even though I haven't met her yet.
And it's like, let me get this right.
You haven't met her yet and you're imagining her coming back?
Exactly. It's like,
Yes.
that is not the Joseph Goddard method. Joseph Goddard took specific events of his day, already having gone his way. Right? So today, the boys outside there,
Yes.
and so I
Working
imagine,
hard.
Victoria happy with what her and the boy did in the garden, right? So that's one of my things I nailed today before I get out of bed, right? And that's the thing. When you get in the habit of nailing those specific things, suddenly you start noticing, and there was a question I didn't include because I couldn't re-find it, but it was a question basically about, I don't have any desires. That was the feel of the question. I've got a great husband, got a great business, job, whatever. Yeah, I got all the normal stuff. Sometimes I just don't feel desires. You do every day, right? I'm sure you have a desire for a yummy lunch. Now, if you slide into it easily, you go, yeah, I really don't have any desires, but I know lunch will be good. You've already felt it real. Every day you've got desires. And if you're finding that you're content with the desires you got going on, cool. On the other hand, like pretty much every day I've got the normal desires. Every now and then a big one shows up, yeah. And I just say, make mine a big one. And I imagine the big one, right? But for the most part, I just imagine business doing this. Yeah, I just imagine like happy. Imagine, you know, speed bump and keep driving, that kind of thing. So I imagine great sound on today's podcast because I listened to yesterday's. So I wasn't thrilled. Right?
Oh.
Well, it sounded hollow because the mic was too far back.
Oh, right.
So I removed the shield, brought it in close. How'd we do?
Yeah.
Right before I got out of bed today, I imagined that this show sounding a fuck ton better. Yesterday, I imagined the podcast sounding a fuck ton better. Listen to the last 5 because I've done something really tricky with them, and this here. So you guys are talking about tuna fish. I don't get it. Terry Morse, thank you, buddy. Boom. All right.
Okay.
Adelia says we're getting a foot of tuna fish here by Saturday.
A foot.
I'm assuming she's talking about tuna fish as well. Oh, snow. Anyway.
Not tuna. A foot of tuna fish.
That'd be heaven for me.
Okay.
I remember when the new grocery store came to Fayette County, and they had a fish counter. First one in Fayette County. It was called Martin's. People, I don't trust that place. They got fish, right? So I go in the back. Sure enough, in the corner they got a fish thing, and I'd buy me a big slice of raw fucking tuna. And I'd go home and I'd get that fry pan up to about 3 million degrees, toss in some ghee, toss in the tuna for 10 seconds, pull it out. That's good stuff.
Nice. Okay,
meanwhile,
so that was for Nathan. Thank you
right.
very much for your question, Nathan.
all right. Just remember, according to my dear friend Alessander, who is my amazing singing coach.
Yeah.
Right? If you haven't done singing with Alessander, you're a great person who just hasn't done singing with Alessander yet.
Yes.
Because Alessander tells me, remember, you can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish.
Alessandra wouldn't say that to you.
Okay, maybe Grant Monk would say that. You can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish.
Hi, you're a loner, so you just rocked in.
All right.
So actually, that was our show today. So tell us, what was your hashtag strawberry bits?
All right.
What was yours, babe?
You know what? For me, it's just the fun of hanging out with our people. You know, just answering the questions, having some fun, tying some things together. Probably my absolute best is getting that the sound is going to be awesome today because I imagine that. And this mic doesn't look bad at this angle. I can deal with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's not like hidden right down with just the fluff that you see on top.
that's right.
Oh, yes, Sarah. Yeah, yeah, that's cool. So what was my... Well... We just can't forget about thinking about picking up my car. Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I guess, yeah, that was probably my Joseph got it this morning. How is it's going to be?
I got to be honest. So, David Brown Mechanical, honest mechanic, Australia, right? So,
Yes.
David sends me, I'm one of those rare people that have David Brown's private number, right? Because he likes me. So he sends me a text. That he
I don't know about that, but yeah.
he sends me a text, and he says, I got a black BMW with a green certificate here for you.
Yes.
Like, coolio, right?
Yes.
And I'm not going to tell her. Right? And David doesn't answer his phone. So I hit ringy dingy. And I walk up to Victoria and she's like, what are you doing? And I said, yo. And he goes, hey, it's the man. I said, yep. I said, tell her. And he tells her. And what's she do?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Whoa.
I don't even remember.
It was great.
Because it was last night.
Yeah.
But it was ace.
Yeah, she's got the memory of a goldfish. Can't remember yesterday.
It's not that. I had lots of other things, but yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my hashtag strawberry bit.
Jess says, my bye strawberry bit is being here with you guys instead of spinning in orbit.
Good on you, Jess.
All right. Remember, anytime you spin in orbit, just look up the movie Norbit.
Oh,
That was great fun. I love that Eddie Murphy played all those parts. You know what I mean? I could do a seminar using
don't
Norbit.
you wish your girlfriend was hot like me?
Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Oh, I just love that movie.
Oh, she goes down the slide.
Oh, yeah. Don't you wish your girlfriend was
Sorry.
hot like me?
Yeah, he
Mark
did a
Docker
nice
remembers
job.
about remembering that you have a bad memory, like that kind of thing. So I always forget, to remember, to forget. So I always forget to remember, to forget.
Always
What I remember.
To forget.
Always remember to forget what you forgot to forget to remember.
Okay.
You know, the NSA listens in on this shit. You know what I mean? And they're just going, "That's just code. That's code for doing something to Sleepy Joe." I know. So imagine like me talking to Sleepy Joe. So Sleepy Joe, how's it going? Have you remembered to forget to remember what you forgot about remembering back when you were forgetful back then?
Oh God.
Poor fucking Sleepy Joe.
All right. So
right.
while you finish typing in your hashtag strawberry bits, it's affected my day. Revise.
Yesterday.
If it affected.
Yesterday.
Perfect. Mate.
Boom. In the room.
Go to freenever.com.
221 email this pseudo.
Random
And remember,
calls.
get that confirmation email. If you find it someplace else, like hiding down in promotions or spam, pull it forcefully into your inbox. Click the confirmation link, and then I will email you something every day till one of us dies.
Yes. Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
Takes 15 minutes a day. It's $97. It's $1 a day. Our dear friend Rob Begg says, tell him the benefits. And I'll say, look, I don't have the time. Go read a couple thousand of the success stories. Right? There's a ton of them in the Law of Attraction by Neville Goddard. They go out with every email. There's a couple hundred on the Law of Attraction or freeneville.com thing. Lisa Ann LaRock says, congratulations, Vic and Natoria.
Thank you, Lisa. And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com. So, have a great day, night, weekend.
So, are you going to edit the show before we go pick up your car?
No, I'm going straight away. I'm just going to put a dress on.
That's right. A dress. You're going to put something on over my undie. Talking about
See
me, not
yous.
you. Oh, we'll have to get the clicker.
Yeah, I
Oliver
remember the
remembers
clicker. Good one, Oliver.
I love the
We'll get it
clicker.
out.